You want to build muscle. You're training. But why aren't you seeing the results you want? Today, I'm going to dive into 8 common mistakes women make when they're trying to build muscle. By the way, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Kim. My goal is to help women over 50 build strong, defined muscles and lose body fat. I'm here to prove that we really can build muscle and have bodies we love at any age. If you're interested in building muscle and having a strong, healthy body for decades to come, please subscribe to my channel so you can continue building the body you want. Now, let's start off with a big one. Mistake number 1 is completely ignoring strength training. If you aren't familiar with the benefits of strength training, be sure to check out my video, Why Women Over 50 Need to Strength Train. Strength training is not just for the 20 and 30-year-olds. It's actually even more important for those of us over 50, over 60, or even over 70 and beyond. Our bodies naturally start losing muscle in our 30s. It's a slow process, so we don't generally notice it until we're in our 50s or 60s. This rate of muscle loss picks up speed in our 60s as well. This is often when women start to notice a decrease in bone density and just plain loss of strength. However, you can slow, stop, and even reverse muscle loss if you start strength training. I'm stronger today at 61 than I was when I was in my 20s, 30s, 40s, or even 50s. If you're new to strength training, you can and should start slow. I have an 8-week program called Strong Start that was designed for the beginner over 50. I'll put a link to that program in the description so you can check it out in case you're interested. If you're wondering if it's too late to start a strength training program, the answer is no. It is never too late. The best time to start is now. Mistake number 2 builds upon the last mistake, and that is not using heavy enough resistance. If you're just getting started, then you will start with light weights or even no weights at all. In the beginning, the main focus needs to be proper form. But as you become more comfortable with the exercises, then increasing your resistance will be a game changer. If you only train so that you can lift 1 or 2 pounds, then if not now, then over time, you will lose the ability to lift anything heavier. Lifting heavy doesn't mean you need to go grab a 50-pound dumbbell and start curling. By heavy, I mean it should feel heavy to you. When you first start out, that 1-pound weight may feel heavy. And if it does, then that's the perfect weight for you now. As you continue to strength train, that 1-pound weight will no longer feel heavy. That's when it's time to increase the weight or resistance that you're using. This is called progressive overload. And without it, your strength gains will plateau, which can be very frustrating. Remember, it doesn't matter what your best friend or the person next to you in the gym is lifting. Your muscle doesn't know if you're lifting a 1-pound weight or a 50-pound weight. It only knows whether it needs to get stronger in order to handle the weight you are asking it to lift. The third mistake is doing the same workout with the same weights over and over. This is super simple trap to fall into. You get in a rhythm. You always do the same exercise. You always grab the 5-pound dumbbells because that's what you do. It has become a habit. Let me tell you, I know because I've fallen into this trap myself. While this is fine in the beginning, to continue making progress, you need to make some changes. I like to change my workout plan every 8 weeks. You don't need to change every single exercise. You may want to make simple changes, like going from a chest press machine to a dumbbell chest press, or maybe a barbell chest press. You can change the order of the exercises. You can do a single arm exercise instead of using both arms at the same time. There are numerous ways to change your workouts. A little variety also keeps us from getting bored, so that it makes it easier to stay consistent with our strength training. The fourth mistake is simply not having a plan at all. I'm a huge planner, so I always have a workout plan ready to follow every time I step inside the gym, whether that's my home gym or a physical gym. How do you know if you're hitting all your muscle groups, getting enough volume, or incorporating progressive overload to build the muscle you want if you don't have a plan? Are you working your back but omitting your chest? Maybe you're working your quads, but you forgot about your hamstrings. If so, you could be inadvertently creating muscular imbalances. Can you remember what exercises you did last Monday? If you have a plan, you don't need to waste precious time trying to decide which exercises to do each day. You just follow the plan. This can be a plan you created, or you can follow one of mine or someone else's. Mistake number 5 is super common for women over 50 because we grew up being told that cardio was the only way to lose weight, which of course is completely false. Doing too much cardio is mistake number 5. Don't get me wrong, cardio definitely has a place in your fitness routine. We want a strong cardiovascular system. However, hours on the cardio equipment is completely unnecessary and can actually be a detriment to your muscle building goals. The first 5 mistakes are all related to what you do in the gym. The next 2 are related to what you do outside of the gym. So mistake number 6 is that most women over 50 do not eat enough protein. Without quality lean protein, you will likely find it very difficult to build muscle. If you're not sure how much protein you need, please make sure you watch my 6-minute video, How Much Protein Do Women Over 50 Need? The quick answer is roughly 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. If you're within 20 pounds of what you'd consider your ideal body weight, just use your current weight. If you'd like to lose more than 20 pounds, then use the body weight you'd like to weigh, engaging how much protein to eat. Mistake number 7 is not getting enough quality sleep. I realize not everyone needs 8 hours of sleep to function. Generally, 7 hours of sleep is the minimum we need. Some of us, like me, need closer to 8 hours of sleep to be at our best. Regardless of how much your body needs, just know that if you aren't getting enough sleep, your muscle building ability could be compromised. And if you find yourself struggling with mindless snacking, lack of sleep could be the culprit. And last, but perhaps most importantly, is being impatient and wanting results more quickly than is possible. Building muscle takes time and a lot of it. And unfortunately, the older we get, the longer it takes. I have far more muscle than I did at 20, 30, 40, or 50. I'm 61 and I'm still building muscle, but it doesn't happen overnight. I want to see results now, just like everyone else, but that just isn't realistic. So instead of setting goals to add definition in 2 or 3 months, I look at the longer term picture. In this video, I'm 60 years old. At 58, I could not do a single unassisted pull-up. I got stronger by following a plan and being intentional on the exercises I did every day. My form isn't perfect as I'm still a work in progress, but I have time to continue perfecting my pull-ups. I plan to lift for as long as my body will allow. Hopefully that means I have another 20 plus years of lifting. When I think about 20 more years, then what's the hurry with hitting a goal next week? So find a plan to get started. And if you don't have one, you can check out one of my free plans or purchase one that I've created for women over 50. Links to both the free plans and the ones you can purchase are in the description below this video. Don't agonize over which workout is best to get started. Just get started. Then give yourself plenty of time to make progress. I like an annual goal. That doesn't mean you won't see any results for 1 year, but just think about the results you could see if you were dedicated to strength training for a solid year. If you do that, I predict that you'll be hooked for life, just like me. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know which of these mistakes you've made and which ones you are working on correcting. There's no shame. As I said before, I've made them all. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and leave me a comment. I always love hearing about your fitness journey. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can continue building muscle and creating a body you love. I'll see you in the next video.